Good evening. My name is Andy Stewart, and I am the longest-serving unpaid volunteer of True Impact Ministries. Just celebrated my 18th anniversary last month. Thank you so much for coming tonight. It's great to see everybody. I know just about everybody in the room. For those of you who don't know me, I kind of work behind the scenes with Dave and my board to make sure things are done right, I guess, and effective. So thank you very much for coming tonight on this beautiful spring day in Colorado. 2024 trip. We don't have that planned yet. Actually, raise your hand in this room if you've been on a True Impact mission trip before. Holy cow. Thanks for coming back, even though you went to Africa with us. We will have another trip next summer, more than likely in June. We don't have the dates set yet. We don't know what the project's going to be yet. But due to my friend Dwayne, where are you? Is he still here? Oh. Well, Dwayne said that if we did a week-long trip, he would go. So we're going to offer a week-long trip and a 2-week trip, which is what our typical duration is for anybody who's interested in going next year. You can email myself or Dave, contact us through the website, and we will make a way for you to come with us. Let's see what the next surprise is going to be. The 2023 trip. So this year, we are not taking a team of volunteers over to Uganda other than our True Impact Board of Directors and staff and some spouses. The reason we're doing that this year is I've been asked for a long time, does True Impact have a strategic plan? What are your goals? Where do you plan to go from here? And my answer has always been, we just want to sponsor more kids. Sometimes that satisfies people, sometimes it doesn't. So we're going to go over and ask a bunch of questions and come back prepared to have a board strategic planning session and put a strategic plan in place. We'll probably have a 1-year plan and a 3-year plan and maybe a 6.5-year plan. We'll have a strategic plan after our trip. Heather Stewart is somebody who's very close to my heart. Heather, can you stand up a second? Heather took over in January as our sponsorship coordinator. She will be manning the table in the back here with pictures of our sponsored kids. Thank you. You can sit down. Heather just took that over, so if you're a sponsor and you're kind of wondering what's going on, Heather's still getting up to speed on our system and learning who the kids are and how to communicate with our ministry partners in Africa. She took over for Tanya Koneman. Tanya, can you please stand up? Tanya served as our sponsorship coordinator for how many years? Long time. All right, fair enough. Thank you so much for your volunteer work for True Impact. She's also served as a board member. She's been on multiple trips to Uganda. She's helped with our medical missions. She's got a heart of gold, and she's going with us again in July of this year with her husband Phil. So they're our guests of honor and child sponsorship coordinator emeritus. So thank you, Tanya. Also wanted to mention at this time we have about 205 children sponsored. I say about because I'm not exactly sure I counted right, because you can't have like a partial child. It's either full child or no child. So I think we have 205 children sponsored, and we have about 50 kids. Again, it's going to be a whole number waiting to be sponsored. Katende Grace. How many of you have met Katende Grace on a trip? Yeah, many of you in the audience have. Some of you may not know that just last week on Tuesday, Katende Grace went to be with the Lord. She was giving birth to her third child and ran into some serious complications and went to heaven last Tuesday. So just wanted to recognize Grace. She worked for True Impact Ministries for about 15 years, was the head teacher at our Maranatha and Konya school. Wonderful lady, and she will be greatly missed amongst everybody who knew her and the children that she poured her life into. Kind of a public service announcement. We would love our constituents, supporters of True Impact, to spread the word. If you need a speaker at your small group Bible study or your adult Sunday school class, or, that's a pretty disturbing picture. Even if you go to a church where they allow speakers to fill the pulpit, I'd be happy to come do that. My promotion is simply child sponsorships. That's the heart and soul of our ministry. If you had a chance to walk through the other room before our presentation started, you saw a lot of pictures of teams from America and buildings that were built, but the real core of our ministry is at the table where we've got kids available for sponsorship. And the heart and soul and mission of True Impact is taking destitute orphans out of poverty and providing a way for them to become successful, productive adults and members of their society. For those of you who don't know, kids come into our program at all different types of ages. I think 3 years old up to probably 18 years old. Kids have come into our program, and we're not done with those kids until they have gone to vocational school, learned a trade, gone to the university, have a degree. We're not done with them until they can go out and support themselves with whatever they've learned while they were with True Impact Ministries. So that's what our sponsorships go to. Monthly sponsorships, again, are available on the table in the back. If you don't currently sponsor a child and would like to, I highly encourage you to do so.